All right, guys, welcome back to another episode. Last week we were really busy, so we didn't get a video out. My apologies, but yeah, you can kind of see from my expression, this might be one of the worst. Look at this.
That's like $2 in that tire right
This, not even moving. I bet you if I take this chain out, this chain's gonna stay in that shape. So, a lot of time, guys, people will bring bikes like this to me, and I don't have a problem with that. I'm very grateful that people would even give me the opportunity to. But when they come in, they're like, hey, I want to get this thing back on the road. As you guys can see from my past videos, it's not that hard to get this thing back on the road. But what do you mean by back on the road? Because if you want to get this thing back on the road, all I'm going to do is I'm going to put tires, tubes, a new chain, and maybe new pads. I wouldn't even change grips. Because I mean, you guys have to agree, those parts are the parts that you need to get this bike to be back on the road. A lot of time people are like, no, that's not what I want. I want to get this thing back into its glory day. Oh, where can I start? Because here's the thing. Do you want us to rebuild it with like original authentic parts? Like NOS. Some of you guys don't know NOS. New old stock. That means if you want NOS GT tires, we would actually have to find you the exact dated one, not the reproduction. If you're gonna do that, one, it's gonna be very hard, but doable. Two, it's gonna be very, very expensive. Some people think like, what, like $1,000? No, guys. Don't be that guy that's like, I can get that bike for $400 guy, okay? No. If you're gonna build this thing all to NOS specs, I'm just gonna throw it out there. It's probably about more than $3,000, okay, to get this thing all NOS. But that's just the parts. But if you want to kind of get this thing back to its glory day, but you don't mind running repop stuff, that's a little bit easier. So luckily for me, this gentleman goes, yeah, dude, reproduction, okay, cool. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna rebuild this guy from the ground up, but we're gonna use reproduction part. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna see what's salvageable, which is almost nothing on this frame, handlebar, fork, seat post, stem, seat clamp. I think even sprocket and the brake levers. The brake lever is missing the locking system, so he doesn't mind. But all these are gonna get sent out to get powder coated. Now, I've always said about the powder coating in chrome, guys, if you're gonna re-powder coat it, it's fine. But the seat post, you don't wanna go too thick, because if you go too thick, it's not gonna slide back in. Say the seat clamp is fine, the stem is fine. The seat clamp, if you look, like the holes here, they're beveled. That's not a problem. They'll just powder coat it. You could just go back with a drill bit, slightly bigger, and just be very careful. The stem, powder coat it, and then the GT word, you just sand that part off. The brake lever is gonna be tricky because you gotta take all this apart, and all these little parts in here, you can't over powder coat it to go back together. So we're gonna do that. The sprocket, same thing. If you re-powder coat it, you don't wanna go too thick because the GT word's gonna be covered up. It's gonna look like crap. But those stuff, oh yeah, these guys too. He wants to get these things re-powder coated. Now, if you look at all these little cracks right here, all the tar, it doesn't look like much, but when they powder coat it, it builds up, and a lot of that's not gonna fit. So, customer's been warned. I don't want to do any of the powder coat. I don't want it off that surface because there's too much technicality. So he's got somebody that could do that. I'm gonna shout out. I think C4 Labs. I don't know the guy, but all the work I've seen him do, it's really good. The mags right here, of course we're gonna send it over to Reese over at Rocket Blasting. We're gonna have it blasted, but the black GT word is gonna be gone. So he's like, oh, no problem. You know what? I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a little touch-up paint. Cool. He could do that. We're gonna take it apart. We're gonna send it to Rocket Blast to get it vapor honed out. Seat, he doesn't want, he's gonna keep the seat, but we're gonna go ahead and order another seat. I think from BMX Guru, he has a repop one. Tires, we're gonna use the GT, the Heritage one. Tubes, that might be a problem. Anybody got some NOS tube? Tube doesn't matter. We'll go out there and get it. Brake cable is gonna be new. Gyro cable is gonna be new. Brake pad's gonna be new. So the other thing about these restoration thing is, if you look up here, see how it says Odyssey gyro? That's gone. This is gone. Some of them is still there. I wouldn't powder coat it, but this, if you're gonna powder coat it, then you might as well buy a reproduction one that's already been done. It's good. So I think that's what he's gonna do. These guys right here, we're going to throw it into some acid wash, like what we normally do, and see if it will come off with the cranks. I think that's about the only thing that we can do for him, and then new chain. So he's gonna send all the white stuff, go get powder coated. He's gonna source out the stickers. Now guys, some of you guys might be like, wait, if I'm doing all this, why do I do it all for him? We've been doing this for a while, guys, and as some of you guys know, I'm doing it all wrong. So, but I've done it in the past where I went and got it powder coated, and the customer's like, oh wow, it's too white. Oh no, that's not white, that's more of a cream. So I don't want to deal with it no more. You send it out, you get it done yourself. Same thing as a sticker. We brought sticker from people before, and they're like, oh wow, that's not the exact one. So I don't want to deal with that. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna deal with putting it together and tuning it and guiding him. Grip's gonna be pretty easy. Amy grip. I'm gonna go ahead and start tearing this guy down. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Some of you guys might be like, wait. This is a 1990 GT Performer. 1990 GT Performer. This is when they switched the brakes up to the top. You remember the GT Performer with the S shape frame with the you guys call the corn roll right here. Okay, whatever. Corn rolls is like, I don't know what the rappers have. But the brakes down here. So they changed it to up here. Now, I have seen people do this, guys. Be warned. They take this and they weld the 990 brake mount down here, and they scam people saying this is actually, was it 87, 88, 89 PFT GT Pro Freestyle Tour? It's not. So be careful. Look at the serial number. I'm gonna let Max kind of go through this, kind of zoom in and see. Surprisingly, it does spin. This thing was definitely left outside. You know, I'm actually really amazed that the sticker hasn't been burned off. Usually if this is out in the sun that long, or wherever it's been, the sticker will be burned off. It's not. The grips is pretty much petrified too. Yeah, this is gonna be a handful. This is gonna get sent out to get blasted too. Try to get it as white as possible. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tear this thing down to pieces. I'm gonna box it up and then call the customer and tell them come by and pick up his stuff to get powder coated. I'll suggest C4. If any of you guys in there know the guy with C4 Lab, tell him to hit me up so I could put his number on there, some contact information. All right, and I'm gonna have to go and put some COVID suit on to get this thing worked on. Now when I take these things apart, there's no really any method. I just start taking whatever apart as much as possible. Whatever is closest to me, I'm taking all the small parts off. And the whole bike, guys, I can take the whole bike apart with just a 5 Allen, a number 15 socket. That's pretty much it. Oh, and a 10. All these barrels are all seized on. I think this is the first time this bolt's ever seen daylight. So you guys notice I didn't remove the handlebar because I need leverage to break this thing open. So we're gonna screw this thing out, and we need some leverage to move. So one of the things what you want to do is tap, light tap. There we go. Light tap. this hurts. Ugh. And you know what? You gotta be surprised. Some of these things, the bolts are either seized on or they're barely tightened. I remember back then, when this stem first came out, I got rid of my mallet stem over this because I thought it was the coolest thing because this little cover. You guys don't even know how dusty it is in here right now. NOS tubes, NOS tubes. On the back, this is a lot better leverage. It is so dusty in here. Wait, it's an authentic chain. How far would you guys go? I mean, if the chain's already like this, how far would you go to save it? Limited edition GT kickstand will be going on for auction. Oh, I can tell you guys this, the upper cup is cracked. Oh wow, that's not supposed to come off that easy. Guys, this, normally you have to hit all this out, hit this out, and then this come out. This thing just came right out. Headset had no oil in it. No oil, no grease, no nothing. Oh my God, guys. There's like no grease in this, and there's like lint and a bunch of stuff in this. Oh yeah, there's grease. It's pretty dry. Look like a tar pit in here. You guys would be amazed. People come in and say, hey, I got a flat, can you put a tube in my bike? We're like, yeah. And they're like, do you want to bring it in? I mean, how else am I going to do it? All right, guys. Full bike, disassembled. I almost forgot. Customer also wanted us to remove, you gotta remove this cap. Take that. We gotta take apart the brakes because they're gonna go and get his powder coated. But here's a problem. See how this little piece right here? It's riveted on. So they're gonna have to try to mask this thing off or something. But I'm gonna try to take this little guy off. So then if they do paint it, we could just go and clean it. So yeah, he's gonna powder coat this too. So of course all these little guys goes into their own little pouch. This guy here, he is the front. So we don't make mistakes because we do here. Got the Sharpie. Front. Okay. Here, these are the front. So we're gonna try to take this thing apart as much as possible. The front is a little bit different than the rear. So you gotta put that. All these parts, all these little knickknacks right here. I might send this out to Rocket Blast to get them to clean it. They're a little small, so I don't know how that's gonna come about. And then this little guy right here. Unscrew this. So yeah, I just want to show you guys I'm doing this. And I'm not going to show you how to take off both of them. Just basically dissect it. The only advice I could give you is make sure you bag everything right, because I'm just tapping that just to make sure I loosen everything. And it goes back because there is a difference between the front and the rear. Okay, bag all this up. There's the bike, frame, fork, all this stuff going out. You guys tune in and we'll go ahead and put it together. Tomorrow we're gonna send this over to Rocket Blasting to get it vapor honed and whitened. You guys can see how dark this is. We're gonna try to get it white. Okay? Trying to be like this, white. So this video is just to show you the beginning process of this 1990 GT Performer restoration. It's gonna be too long if we were to go get it powder coated, re-sticker, do all that. So the next video we're gonna do is we're going to get it back, sticker it up, assemble the wheels, and assemble the bike. So bear with me, guys. Subscribe. We're almost at 170. Look at it. Let's get it to 170. Please get it to 170. I know we got a bunch of other projects. I think Max is going to extend these bars. Okay? We have a donor bar. Okay? We're just going to go and cut in the straights, and he's going to reconnect it. And then we're going to try to restore this back to that raw finish. It's not that big of a deal, but you know what? It's something, because there's some of you guys out there, you guys just want to see it. If we can do it for you, cool. So Matt's gonna put this together, and we got a bunch of other projects. We've just been really busy because it's springtime, it's summer, a lot of repair, guys, a lot. And look, the chanclas are back because it's getting warm. I'm out.